Three masked youngsters from Hong Kong's anti-government movement took the unusual step on Tuesday, August 6, of holding a press conference to demand democracy, liberty and equality and condemn the city's pro-Beijing leaders.
Here's a summary of the article.
Hong Kong, three masked youngsters from Hong Kong's anti-government movement took the unusual step on Tuesday of holding a press conference to demand democracy, liberty and equality and condemn the city's pro-Beijing leaders. Red, China reiterates support for Hong Kong's embattled leader. Red, pro-democracy protesters cause transport chaos in Hong Kong. We call on the government to return the power back to the people and to address the demands of Hong Kong citizens, they said as they read out their statements in both English and Cantonese. Red, Hong Kong protests, a roundup of rallies, clashes and strikes on August 5. READ, Hong Kong has no future like this. Singaporeans living in Hong Kong share their concerns about escalating protests. In a statement on Monday, Hong Kong's government condemned the latest protests. The incrementally spreading and rapidly escalating violence is outrageous, and is pushing Hong Kong to the verge of a very dangerous situation, the statement said. Under the terms of the 1997 handover deal with Britain, Hong Kong has rights and liberties unseen on the Chinese mainland, including an independent judiciary and freedom of speech.
This post received a score of 38,207, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Living in Taiwan, we watch this daily with hope and fear.
Stay strong and never give up.
Never surrender. Ad oil fellas.
Jiu.
Da Zhong Yu.
This is a commendable effort to counter the oft-biased and tone-deaf press releases by the HK government. Letting as many people as possible know what's really going on is important. I mean, calling them youngsters seems kind of unintentionally condescending to me.
Future black market organs? That is insanely bold to do, emo. Hats off to these guys and I hope they stay safe.
I think they want to keep their hats on judging by the photo.
I think that China is the one playing with fire here, not Hong Kong. I wish I was living in a democratic country. I would have spammed our MPs to take a stance and support HK. The single most important thing now is for you guys to remain united, leave your differences aside for now. Because once you divide, China will take advantage of it.
China massacred students for exactly this 30 years ago. They're keeping 1 million people in internment camps right now. They will level Hong Kong before they allow it to dictate terms.
It's not going to be easy, but it doesn't mean they shouldn't try. I hope they manage to stay safe.
True, it's very discouraging to see people act as if Hong Kong is already lost, so why bother? Keep fighting for freedom and individual liberty. HKers. Love from America.
Yeah. And it's not if there weren't other powerful nations interested in them succeeding, if only to debilitate China. Japan and probably USA would try to support them if they see if there's anything to be gained.
They can't support them on the basis of loving freedom. The people of Hong Kong have freedom of speech and freedom of assembly as guaranteed by their constitution. Thing is, once people have freedoms they tend to not want to give them up because their value is obvious. Seems to be lost on Chinese citizens, however, who've been told that freedom of speech leads to division. I wasn't implying that the American government would support the Hong Kong protesters out of a love for freedom. The American people should.
Freedom of speech is all we have when it comes to exposing faults in our collective lifestyles.
In suppressing the protests, the Hong Kong government has used an extraordinary level of force. How you can help? If you want to help the people in Hong Kong and a US, EU or UK citizen, you can urge your representative to pass US Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act 2019 HR 3289 S 1838. You can use this website EU Joint Motion for a Resolution on the Situation in Hong Kong UK petition to the UK government to uphold the 1984 Sino-British Joint Declaration petition, or just spread the words about the situation in Hong Kong to people you know. If you live in a democratic country like USA, UK, Canada, Australia, NZ, you can contact your local representative and ask them to speak out in solidarity with Hong Kong protesters. In the US, the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act of 2019 is an example of such sanctions targeting the people at the top responsible for the extradition bill.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.